Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hi. I hope everybody is doing good. What I wanted to talk about was the book I'm still reading. I said I would discuss it with y'all and just give you my insight on the book that I'm reading. Well, if you haven't been on my last two videos, the book have been discussing is The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. I know I keep messing up his name, but you get the point. Okay, so this is the third law that I'm going to discuss right now is the law of karma or cause and effect. Peace, D. Thank you. Excuse me. And with this law, with this third law, it's pretty much talks about the actions and consequences of something that you may do, and it breaks down how you may do something to someone and it pretty much just causes karma to come back to you in full effect. And it's just saying that this law is both action and the consequences of that action. It is the cause and effect because every action generates a force of energy that returns to us in a like kind. So that means like you do something to someone, even if you don't have malicious intent behind it, but it comes back to you, whether or not it's in friendships, relationships, or work related, or anything in life. That karma always come back. So this book is just discussing how karma can affect your life when it comes down to you being successful. If you're not putting out the same energy or the same thing you want to receive, you will not get it back. Because when you're trying to build success, you have to be in that mindset, or you have your whole mind, body, and spirit has to embody what you're trying to do. So if you go out here, you're doing something or selling something that you know is not a good product and you're getting people's money, the karma comes back. It may not come at that point, but it comes back because you end up losing everything that you work hard for, and then you're left without. So karma plays a big part when you're you're trying to be successful in your life. And it also says whenever you do it, you have to make two choices. And they said, what are the consequences of the choice that I'm making? And then also you have to ask, will this choice that I'm making now bring happiness to me and to those around me? So you always have to, before you take those steps and you make a decision and you do something that's going to be harmful to someone else or to yourself, as far as it comes down to you being successful, you have to ask yourself those two questions. Because one, will it have any consequences behind it? So you say you do something to someone malicious when it comes down to life, relationships, just anything. Are you going to be able to face those consequences when they come back around? Whether or not, because karma sometimes don't be good. It's bad. It comes back around where it's like totally bad, where it can destroy you. So you have to think about it. Am I going to be able to handle those consequences when karma comes back around and hits me? So you have to think about that. And then the other question that I said was, would this choice bring me happiness and to those around me? So you're creating something and you're doing something. So when you get ready and you pretty much make a decision that you're going to do it, is it going to be good for you and the people around you? Because you got to think about it. Karma does not just hit you. It hits everybody around you, whether or not it could be your friends, your family. It can even be somebody like your coworkers or something. So you have to think about, when karma comes back around, would it create happiness, or would it destroy you and everything else that you have built for your life? So when you take those two things in count, it's easy for you to make a decision on whether or not you want to actually do something, not based on whether or not because karma, as people may say, and all of us do, karma is a bitch. And I know from personal experience, it may not have been me doing it maliciously, but it's doing something that may have caused harm or something to somebody, whether or not it hurt them in a way that it just destroys them. So when you look at it, make sure that you're making the right choices and you are okay with tackling the consequences that come behind it, because it could be something you said, something you do physically, it could be something you just do, but you got to make sure that you're ready for the consequences that come behind it, and whether or not those consequences that are coming behind it, whether or not it's going to create you happiness or destroy you. Just be careful with what you do to somebody, because it always comes back around. It's like a boomerang effect. You throw it out there, you best believe it's going to come back and it's going to bite you in your butt. So just be careful. And then it says, like, with the law of karma to create money and influence and the flow of all things to you anytime you want, you must be consciously aware that your future is generated by the choices you are making in every moment of your life. Not just now. It could be something in the past. It could be something now. Something that you are working towards for your future. But always make sure that when you are creating success and you want to have that affluence of abundance coming into your life, that you are giving off the good things in order for you to receive them. It still plays in the sense of when I did the law of giving, because pretty much it's the same thing. You are pretty much giving out something bad, then you're going to receive something bad. But if you're giving out something good, you're going to receive something good. So the laws pretty much are working together in order for you to be able to understand that success isn't always materialized or materialistic things. Success is always from the inside, because like my trading community, been around them, it just like they are creating and showing you how you can create this environment in order for you to receive all the good things and the abundance and the wealth. It's not even about the material things. It's about the mindset and creating that. I want to make sure I get it to you across, but creating wealth from inside, creating abundance from inside, and creating happiness from inside. Because in order for you to reap all of those benefits, you have to feel good on the inside and out. So you can't walk around wanting to destroy somebody, and then in turn you want to receive or get things that are supposed to be good for you in your life, because karma comes back around. It comes back around. And it is. I'm looking down because I wanted to make sure I get all of the points across to you, so that way I don't miss anything. And then it said, what about past karma and how it is influencing you now? It says that there are 3 things you can do about past karma. One is to pay your karmic debts. And that means you have done something in your past and you thinking, okay, it's over with. I ain't worried about it no more. It's gone. But no, it's still there. And it says that we don't even know that it's going to come back to us in a way that it could possibly harm us or destroy us. And it says that you have to make the choice of paying these debts. And until you pay those debts back into it, it's like it's gonna keep on going. It's gonna just be like the universe is not gonna give you anything because you haven't paid those debts back. It's like you having a credit card, or you owe something and you're in debt, or you owe student loans. You leaving those unpaid, it affects your credit. So you can look at having it being unpaid by looking at the way if you're not paying your bills, or you are leaving stuff or unpaid. So it's like, okay, say, oh dang, I didn't pay this rent in this apartment and I just left it, and then I was on my credit, so that went unpaid. So now when you're trying to go out here and find another apartment because you left that unpaid, now it's affecting you. So that's basically what not paying your karmatic. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing, but not paying your debt to the karma that affects you in life. And then it's also the second thing that you could do is transmute or transform your karma to be a more desirable experience. And it was like, how can you do that? It's like, let me see, how can I break that down for you? It's asking, that's pretty much saying, okay, it says it's an interesting process in which you ask yourself as you're paying your debt, what can I learn from this experience, and why is this happening, and what is the message that the universe is giving to me, and how can I make this experience useful for my fellow human beings? We're going to just keep on tying in together because it's saying you still have to pay that debt. And it's like as soon as you don't pay it, it bounces back. So it's telling you, okay, you learning from this lesson one, that I can't leave anything unpaid because it's going to affect me being able to go forward in my life. And how can I help somebody learn this? You can tell them, hey, don't leave anything unpaid. Pay your debt because it's not going to affect you. Learn from my experience. And I'm teach you that because you didn't pay it, look at me, I'm out and I can't find anywhere to live because of the debt I left unpaid. And then it's also the third way to deal with karma is to transcend it. To transcend karma is to become independent of it. The way to transcend karma is to keep experience the gap, the self and the spirit. It's saying that it's like washing a dirty piece of cloth in a stream of water. So it's like you cleansing yourself. You're pretty much asking for forgiveness. Pretty much is you're taking away everything out so you can bring it back in. So you're asking for forgiveness when it comes down to being able to handle that one. So it's like you leaving unpaid that you're you got to learn from the experience, and then now you got to cleanse yourself of it. So he's like, okay, now I done left this unpaid. I done learned from this experience. So what do I need to do next? You need to go back, and then you have to figure out a way. How can you fix it? Because you don't want to leave your name on something, or you don't want to leave a bad taste in the mouth of others when it comes down to leaving stuff unpaid, or you haven't even learned from the experience of not paying anything. So you have to go back and be like, okay, I'm going to clear my name. I'm going to fix everything. So it's like you cleansing yourself in order for you to now, you're going to start making a way for yourself to start reaping the benefits once you clear yourself of all this negative karma. And then it's like, then it says, it gives you steps on how you can deal with karma, but I went over those, but it just gives you steps on how to make a commitment on not experiencing how to keep on having karma, or it's like a cause and effect on how you can fix it without having, whenever you do something to put out there, how it would affect you. And it says that it gives you 3 steps. And like I said in my last 2 videos, before I even present something to you or discuss it with you, I actually have been doing the steps, and I'm making sure that I'm following something that I'm giving out to you. So I've learned that I can't put anything out there that's negative because I don't want to get it back. So I have been making sure that I'm not affecting or leaving unpaid debt, pretty much, or cars. I can't pronounce it, but karmic debt. Am I saying it right or wrong? But I'm not leaving any debt when it comes down to my karma. So if I say something or have said something, I made sure that before I even say it or even think it, I make sure that I take it away and be like, okay, I'm not going to be judgmental. I'm not going to put it out there. So, okay, that's one. And then I feel like if I have anything I'm learning from it, so I was like, okay, you can't do that again because that's not the way to go. because I did have an experience on Friday. I was so mad at someone because of what they tried to do. And I was just like, you're trying to really throw me under the bus by something you made a mistake on, but you're trying to have me take fault for it. So I called her every name in the book, and I was like ready to choke her. And I was like, you know what? I need my job. I'm going to do my job. I was like, I was there. So I put it out there that I was so angry. Then I calmed down. I realized, I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to let this person energy take over and get into my energy. So that was a lesson that I learned from. I was like, okay, it's just that she's having a bad day. She's not going to ruin my day. So what I learned from it, just keep it pushing, keep smiling. Hey, just keep smiling, keep doing what I'm doing, because it turned out that it wasn't the fault on mine, it was on her. But we ain't gonna get into that. But it was just like I learned from that. So I was like, okay, so next time whenever I have a situation like that, I'm not gonna get so angry about it. I'm just gonna breathe, and then I'm gonna walk away, come back, and everything's gonna be okay. And then it was like, so that, well, all of that was pretty much in the clear. So took off my weekend, had my weekend off, came back today, a whole lot better. So I cleaned myself away from that. I removed all of the strain and all of the negativity surrounding it, because I knew that I had to come back and I had to start another day. So that's what I practice, and that's how I pretty much view it. Is like the cause and effect. She caused me to feel some kind of way. It affected me, but then I pushed it back. So I'm giving her my energy and feeding into whatever she may have going on. Then I was like, this is not me. I'm better than this. I will not put my energy into this. So you have to make sure that you are, when it comes down to karma and it having a cause and effect, make sure that you're not putting out anything that you won't feel like you can't take back, or you're not ready for the consequences that may arise with that. So just be cautious with your words. Be cautious with, sometimes we even think stuff and we're not thinking that by us thinking in our head, we can affect somebody too as well. So just be mindful of what you put out in the universe, because it has a way of boomeranging. It has such a major way of boomeranging back to you, and it's not always good. It's not always good. It can destroy you from the inside out if you are putting bad karma out here to somebody. Even if they didn't mean you any harm or any malicious intent. Sometimes some people are just having a day where they just feel like they just throw all of it on you. But just make sure you practice that. Because if you want to be successful in life and receive the abundance, the wealth, everything, you got to be cautious about what you're throwing out there to this world. Because, like I said before, karma is a bitch. And it can, I've personal experience. I've had some karma come back and bite me in my ass. Excuse my language, but I have. And thank you. And I have. So I've learned that I can't put it out there anymore. In order for me to be successful and for me to be greater, I can't let anything destroy that. So that was the third law, the law of karma or cause and effect. So just take heed to it. If you don't have this book, I'm telling you, like, for real, since I've been reading this book, it has really changed a lot of things that I have been, like, really just thinking about and didn't even know it was affecting me until I actually sat down and I've been reading this book. I mean, it breaks down everything, and you are sitting here like on a wow factor. It's only the third law, but I've already read the fourth and the fifth law. And I'm just pretty much working my way through this book because I want to make sure that I'm practicing what I'm pretty much preaching and what I'm talking about, because how can I tell you something and I'm not following what I'm talking about? So, again, the book is The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. I cannot say his name with that in the world, but he know I don't mean it. He know I don't mean it. But if you're looking into growth, and not even just say in a business sense, but in personal growth, and start picking up some books and reading them, like I'm telling you, like, it makes a world of difference. It makes a world of difference in how you view things and how you see things now lately. I've been on this personal development growth for a little bit now. At first I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, but I didn't do it like I was supposed to, so I didn't feel the effects. But now I'm taking heed to a lot of the stuff, and you'll be surprised if you combine with what you're listening to, what you're reading, what you're watching. If you take a lot of that stuff and you flip it into something more positive, it'll change your whole being. Like, I'm feeling good on the inside and out, and I notice the difference in myself just by changing up my whole lifestyle and getting more into personal development. A lot of us are walking around here with a lot of pent up, like, just angry. But that's another story. Hopefully one day I'll be able to share one day I will be able to share my story. But right now I want to be able to share this with you. So I'm not going to hold you any much longer, but I just wanted to let you know that if you just want to build yourself up from the inside out, start with your mind. That's the first thing that helps. Start with your mind, and then you'll start noticing the difference on the outside. People start noticing the difference on the outside. So get into personal development. Yeah, we still have our I know everybody may not be Christians or anything, but we still have our Bibles, but you still can read that. That helps too. Get into meditation. Get into other things to help build your mind. We're all out here with everything going on. We are dealing with so much, but start taking some time for yourself and to get into your mind more. Because I promise you, I told somebody this. My mind and my heart, at first, they weren't connected. Because I was like, oh, man, my heart is in it, but my mind is not. But since I've been into more personal development and I've started eliminating a lot of stuff out of my life, like a lot of distractions, a lot of negativity, hell, people too. Because those are unwanted distractions, and there's sometimes some people you surround yourself with are negative people. I started posting affirmations in my house. I even did a video on how powerful affirmations are. I got affirmations everywhere. I'm telling you, start working on your personal development. Yeah, like Tamala, your self-care. That's self-care. Everybody thinks self-care is getting your hair done, your nails done. No. It's not. Self-care is not the material things or the outside things. Self-care is in the inside. Start working on that inside. I promise you'll feel better. So everybody, I'm going to end this video right here. So I hope everybody has a great day and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. And thank you for watching.